Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel. Chelsea 2, Everton 0 on Monday Night Football at Stamford Bridge. Another win for Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, another great performance, and of course another 3 points with a clean sheet as well. Overall, a very positive night for Chelsea Football Club and Thomas Tuchel, and yeah, that is of course the game we are going to be analysing tonight. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off with the lineups, which I'm not going to lie, did actually kind of surprise me a little bit. There was a lot of changes made to the first team squad, and yeah, it looks like just a simple case of giving everyone a chance. Yeah, Kai Havertz playing as a false 9, even though it did look like for, spells of the game today, it looked like himself and Timo Werner did kind of interchange in that striker position, but overall I think on paper it was Kai Havertz as a false 9, and my god did it work out, because my god, Kai Havertz was really good tonight. And what really does kind of annoy me about it is the fact that he actually got 2 assists, if you count the one for the OG and the one for the penalty, which we will get onto in a minute. He got 2 assists, but neither of them will actually be officially given to him by the dubious goals committee, which really does suck. But overall, a very good performance from Kai Havertz, and I think he had a massive impact on getting the 3 points today, and the performance, which was very good as well. But yeah, in terms of the overall team performance from Chelsea tonight, I think we definitely controlled the game and dominated the game in terms of possession, chances created, and overall for its majority. I think we looked a lot more inventive going forward, which hasn't really been the case, because in transition we're probably one of the best teams around, I'm not gonna lie, and getting the ball really quickly from defence to midfield to attack. We're one of the best teams around. It's just been a case of not being clinical enough most of the time, but tonight we were very good in terms of being clinical and inventive and just having that spark in the final third. And yeah, I think it was the same old though for the first like half an hour, 35 minutes, and then all of a sudden we hit the back of the net. Kai Havertz with that goal that of course wasn't given to him, it was put down as a Ben Godfrey own goal, but you know what, we're going to give Kai Havertz that goal. We just simply have to. We've waited so long for Kai Havertz to turn up. I mean, we've waited so long for him to play full stop, so yeah, I'm definitely going to give Kai Havertz that goal. I do not care whether it was going wide or not. Really good play from Callum Hudson-Odoi in the build up to the goal to get past his man and fighting the Marcus Alonso, who was in a very good position to get into space. A very good ball across the box from Marcus Alonso, and a really good finish from Havertz. Even though it was going wide, it deflected off Godfrey and went into the back of the net. That is all that matters. The fact we went 1-0 up, and Kai Havertz was, very much involved in that goal. And for the second goal, Jorginho from the spot, Kai Havertz winning the penalty, going around Jordan Pickford and drawing the foul. A definite penalty in my opinion. A very good ball over the top. Havertz makes a very good instinctive run over the top, rounds Jordan Pickford, wins the penalty, draws the foul, and the penalty is dispatched by Jorginho. And that is what, of course, gave us that 2-0 win over Everton, which does move us even more into a comfortable position in terms of the top 4 race in the Premier League tonight. But yeah, before we get into talking more about Chelsea, and obviously I think the fact that we played really well tonight, I obviously want to focus mainly on the positives for Chelsea Football Club tonight. But first of all, I just want to get into the fact that Everton, I think they were really poor in fairness, just sloppy all over the pitch, never really caused us any main problems, except for probably in the first half when Richarlison was through on goal and it was dealt absolutely brilliantly by Andreas Christensen. But beside that, they never really caused us any problems. I mean, defensively they were all over the place at times, just an overall really sluggish and just lazy display from Everton, I'm not going to lie. I think they're nowhere near as flashy or creative without James Rodriguez in that midfield. I think he definitely adds a bit of spark to their attack, and I definitely think that it's very dull without him in the Everton team, and I think they were obviously missing the legs and the energy and the work rate of Abdoulaye Doucouré in midfield. But overall, I mean, Everton were really poor, but Chelsea, of course, we'll go back onto now, were really good. And as I said, Kai Havertz got 2 assists. I'm going to say he got 2 assists because on Fantasy Premier League it will go down as 2 assists, but neither of them will be officially given to his name, which is just really depressing. But overall, played most of the game, as I said, as a second striker or false 9, whichever you want to call it. Such a neat footballer, we've always known that, but tonight he really put it into context, and he really was very good and ran the show from that second striker / false 9 position. Callum Hudson-Odoi once again looked really sharp for that 60 or 65 minutes he did play. Looked eager to attack Everton at all times. His dribbling, his passing, just his end product was absolutely top quality tonight. I think Mateo Kovacic and Jorginho in that midfield pivot once again looking really good, once again controlling the midfield battle and doing really well in terms of winning the ball back and also dispensing it into the final third for Chelsea to attack as well. I think that the back 3 once again of Cesar Azpilicueta, Andreas Christensen and Kurt Zouma, who actually did come in and did have a really good game, which I was really surprised about, because I don't actually see a reason to drop Antonio Rudiger. But at the end of the day, the back 3 were really solid. Andreas Christensen in particular once again was absolutely brilliant. He's come on leaps and bounds since Thomas Tuchel has joined as Chelsea manager. He really does look to have come to his own in this 3-4-2-1 system in the middle of that back 3 as kind of a sweeper. And yeah, overall I kind of want to say as well that I think Thomas Tuchel has actually kind of changed the culture at Chelsea in the short space of time he's been here, and I'm actually not sure how many games he's been unbeaten. I know for a fact we haven't actually been beaten yet in Thomas Tuchel's era as Chelsea manager, but normally we would tend to be charity FC, as I like to say, in these kind of matches, in a game where Everton of course need 3 points to keep the gap with us, and of course they would be able to go ahead of us, Everton, if they'd won tonight and had a game in hand over us as well, which of course they still have. But I think that's my main point, if I'm being perfectly honest, because as I said, normally we are charity FC in these type of games, but every game we've needed to win so far in Thomas Tuchel's era. You think of the Liverpool game last week, the Atletico Madrid one away from home, the Spurs one away from home in his first few weeks. We've won every single one of them, and I think that Thomas Tuchel definitely deserves a lot of plaudits and a lot of credit for those results. I mean, defensively we look absolutely unbreakable at times. I've mentioned Andreas Christensen, as I said, the Danish Maldini. He's come back right into his zone. I always rated Christensen, but I just don't think he's really suited to a back four. I think he's very much suited to this back three where he has two defenders each side of him, like Azpilicueta and, you know, Rudiger or Zuma, or whoever you want to play there. I think he's really good in that back three system. Antonio Rudiger the same, has been absolutely unbelievable since Thomas Tuchel's come in. Azpilicueta, like he played there under Antonio Conte's time at Chelsea, was really good. I mean, that's 5 home clean sheets in a row now, which is just, you know, really unheard of for Chelsea, especially with the fact that over the years we have had a bit of a, you know, mentality of being really poor defensively and shipping stupid goals. We just need to work on scoring more goals, and I think then we'll be extremely fine. And I think then if we can get that right and score more goals, as well as obviously letting in the same amount as we are now, which is barely any, I think we will have foundations for a very, very good side, and a side that will definitely threaten the big boys next season in the Premier League and in the Champions League. And I think with the 3-4-2-1 as well, one thing you definitely have to give Thomas Tuchel a lot of credit for is the fact that it kind of looks like he's turned this unbalanced team on paper when Frank Lampard was in charge into an extremely balanced team with a lot of options. I mean, I think that, you know, the system we do play with those 3-4-2-1 system, I think it massively suits our overall squad, and I think it definitely does offer us a lot more stability and a lot more balance overall is the word I'm looking for in this team. And I definitely think that Frank Lampard, towards the end of his Chelsea career, when he was under pressure with those few defeats he got towards Christmas and in New Year's, I think he should have changed to this kind of 3-4-2-1 or even 3-4-3 formation, because Chelsea's squad at this moment in time is perfectly suited and makes it perfectly balanced with this 3 at the back formation. That's definitely one thing Thomas Tuchel has done extremely well, is actually identifying the fact that we, you know, suit this system so well. But yeah, overall, to conclude this video, I just want to quickly say I purely do believe we are getting top 4 now, which is very, very important for me to say, because a lot of you on this channel will know, especially in recent weeks and probably, you know, since Christmas or New Year's, I've been really, really pessimistic about us not getting top 4 because of the fact that the likes of Liverpool, Everton, West Ham, even the likes of Spurs, who are coming back to their own now as well, I thought that one of them, if not 2 of them, would finish above us in the race for the top 4. But in the last 2 results against Liverpool and Everton, that's 2, you know, major top 4 contenders for us that we have gone and beaten 1-0 in both times. So that's absolutely massive for us. We've taken 6 points away from possible 6 in the Merseyside teams with Liverpool and Everton, who, as I said, are battling for top 4 with us. It's massively important for us to do that kind of thing, and yeah, I think that I'm more confident than ever now after those 2 wins in the last week that we can get top 4, and I purely believe that Thomas Tuchel will be able to guide us into the top 4 and of course be able to build on that with a potential title challenge next season in the Premier League. So yeah, I think that is where we're going to leave this video, because I think that is all I have to say on this game. Overall, Chelsea 2, Everton 0, a game we controlled from minute 0 to minute 90, a game we dominated from minute 0 to minute 90, a lot more sharp going forward in the final third. We created a lot of chances and also weren't really troubled at all defensively either. So overall, a very positive night for Chelsea. And yeah, so if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, because 20 likes on this video would be massively appreciated by myself as always. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel as well if you are new, that would be massively appreciated, because we are looking to hit 1,500 subscribers on this channel as soon as we bloody well possibly can. So if you were to hit that subscribe button right now, it would cost you absolutely nothing and would make my day, so it's very much a win-win situation. I'll see you guys in my next video. Chelsea 2, Everton 0, and yeah, see ya.